right, I'm live. Hey everybody. How are you? I have a little bit of a different setup today. I'm trying to stream from right in front of my computer instead of like off to the side, so hopefully this works out well. Let me know if the sound is good, except for that chord being really out of tune. I hope everybody had a nice holiday break and a good start to 2021. I don't know if it matters if I'm not going to do these on these lower strings really, but here's hoping that 2021 is better than 2020. We're getting off to a good start because I thought today I would do my live lesson on vibrato because I have this really fun exercise that I want to show you. Looks and sounds great. This is good. Thanks everybody for being here. Hi everybody. It's good to see you guys. Awesome. All right, so we're doing vibrato today. Vibrato is so important for just making our notes sound beautiful, and it's one of those things that you can add that just it's like a little thing that you add that adds so much. It's like a small detail. A lot of guitar, I think, is in like small details like that. So, hi everybody. Wow, greetings from Mexico and Costa Rica and Portland. Wow, this is great. I'm so happy that everybody's here. What a fun live stream this is. Happy New Year. Cool. So we're doing vibrato. So I said vibrato is just like one of those things that you add that just makes, it's like a little thing that just makes a huge difference. When you hear really good players, it's things like that stand out and set them apart. So we can do more advanced vibrato exercises in the future, but right now I'm going to do like a basic vibrato exercise just because, well, first of all, it's always good to go to the basics. Like I practice basics, and I think probably other people that are even better than me would probably say that they practice basics or slow scales or something. It's always good to make sure your foundations are correct. So this one exercise I'm going to show you for vibrato is really fun. It's actually I don't know if you guys know this, but I teach a lot of Suzuki guitar lessons. So I teach little kids. So we start kids at around 3 years old. So a lot of the things, and then I mean they start at 3, but you know I have students that are all ages at this point now. But a lot of the things when you teach kids is you have to find things that are like fun to do. And so this is like vibrato that at the school I work at the Brooklyn Conservatory of Music, one of our amazing teachers and the guitar department head showed me this exercise. Her name is Michelle Horner. She showed me this exercise, and it's just like it explains vibrato really well, I think, and I'll show you. But like I said, it's what I show kids, so it's kind of like fun, I think. So basically, what we can do is start with your third finger on the second string, 3rd fret, and what we'll do is just hold it down and play, and just slide your finger all the way up to the 12th fret, so until it hits the guitar. And just go back and forth like that, all the way up to the 12th fret and back. And then now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to go up to the 7th fret and back. You can probably see where this is going. And now we're going to go to the 5th fret and back. So I'm just keeping my arm relaxed, and I always think of like having like a weight on your elbow. Like your elbow is not like sticking out, it's kind of pointing towards the floor, like it's almost like weighted and held down to the floor with gravity. So I'm going 3rd finger up to the 5th fret. And now I'm going to do third finger up to the 4th fret. And now I'm going to do the same motion but all inside the 3rd fret. And then I'm going to just make the movement smaller and smaller until I'm just in 1 fret, in one place basically. So it's the same motion of going back and forth here, but it's just really small. Now my arms are tired, actually. So I'll do that again, and maybe I'll play a string. I don't know if it helps to play the strings or not. This is just a good way, I think, to get like a relaxed vibrato. I think a lot of times when people want to play vibrato, they get like tense and they're like trying to like really get it. So this is just one way to like just relax into it, basically. It's kind of fun to play the string too. So this is up to the 12th fret now, and then I'm going to do 7th fret. And then 5th fret, and then 4th fret. That's only 1 fret apart. And now I'm going to stay in the 3rd fret, and then I don't know if you can hear that on these mics. So there's that. We'll do that again. So this is just, like I said, one thing that can just help get like a vibrato basics. Just don't let your fingers be too tight. One thing that can really like kind of like choke the vibrato is if your fingers are like really tight, like your thumb is really tight on the back of the neck. It's got to be really loose. You frequently use vibrato when hitting the last note. So let's try this again for anybody that's just getting here. So I'm gonna play the note. I guess I'll play the note up to the 12th fret and back to the 3rd fret. So I'm 3rd through 12th. And that's an easy slide because your hand will hit the guitar at the 12th fret. And then I'm gonna go 3rd to 7th. And then, keeping my arm relaxed, I'm going to go 3rd to 5th. And then I'm going to do 3rd to 4th fret. Just sliding back and forth between them. And then just staying in the 3rd fret and just making it smaller and smaller. So, wow, look at the, I don't know if you can see my finger. I gotta change my strings. My finger is all like, I don't know what, it's from that string. There's all this like, I don't know, it looks like lead, like when you have a pencil, like when you, like accidentally write, like, have like a smudged pencil. I don't know why it looks like that. But yeah, so that's my exercise for, this. Oh, Krister, sorry, I was, it's okay. I'm just doing this vibrato exercise. Yeah, I tried to make the stream early enough, but I think I didn't make it till like a couple hours ago. But you're here now, and that's all that matters. We're doing vibrato. So this vibrato exercise, I'm doing it again to show everybody. But I'm doing my 3rd finger sliding up to the 12th fret and then back. So that's what we're doing right now. And then we'll apply this. We're just getting like kind of warming up a vibrato. And then 3rd finger to the 7th fret. Robbie says, whenever I'm hitting a vibrato, I use all of my fingers or just my index finger. But I've never used a ring finger before. Oh, interesting. I always start with the ring finger. I'm just trying to, right now we're just trying to like, I think the ring finger is the easiest for some reason. And then, so I slide between the 3rd and the 5th fret. And then the 3rd and the 4th. And then the 3rd. So this is the motion we want. And this is kind of like, you can use any of your fingers, but I use the 3rd because it's the easiest. And it's really just like, I'm trying to get this motion of like here, where it's not like, it seems more like natural than just like trying to like force your finger to like vibrate. So that's the motion we want. And now we can apply this to all of our fingers. So now I'm just going to do this. Basically, I'm going to do a vibrato with a C scale. So I'm going to do just the high 1 octave, like a. And then one thing we can do also is, I know like I've heard, or like Sharon has been talking about in master classes, is to use all of your fingers when you vibrato. So if you're using your 3rd finger, having your other 2 fingers down as well. So like kind of to help it. And that's kind of interesting also because I used to play viola. I took it as a secondary instrument when I was in college. I did viola, and my teacher told me that the best finger, I mean, viola is so different from guitar, so there's not that much that transfers over, but on the viola, vibrato is so difficult because your hand is more like twisted. So on the guitar we have this nice, I think, little like structure for our hand, and then when you're on viola or violin, it's like this, and you have to vibrate this way. It's kind of difficult because your wrist is kind of twisted around. So vibrato was really difficult, and one of the things that my teacher told me was that your 4th finger is the easiest to vibrato on because all of your fingers are kind of helping it. So you would use all of your fingers down at the same time and help it. So we're going to try to, when you have like your 3rd finger down, to have your 2nd and 1st down too, and kind of help that vibrato. 4th finger, just have all of your fingers down above it. Yep. Hi, Insidia from Salento, Italy. Wow, that's awesome. We've got people from all over the world here. It's so cool. I think we had Costa Rica and Portland, Mexico, Italy. This is cool. Okay, so I'm going to play just a regular scale, and then when I'm going to use my 1st finger for this one, so. Oh man, my fingers feel weird. If I'm being really honest, I didn't play any guitar today. I taught a lesson, but other than that, I didn't really play. And then for this finger, the 3rd finger and the next note of the scale, I'm going to put down all 3 of these fingers, even though it actually pushes the string a little bit more. So if I take my fingers off and I have only the 3rd finger, you hear the difference? So here's without the other fingers, and here's with. Oh, cool. Greetings from Germany. That's awesome. Okay. 1st finger. Robbie, how was your holiday? My holiday was good. I actually didn't travel to see my family because of coronavirus, so that was a little disappointing, but I'll see them again soon. Everybody's healthy, so that's important. Russell is in Pennsylvania, faraway land of Pennsylvania. That's not so far from me right now. So here's my 1st finger vibrato, and now I'm going to do F, my 2nd finger, and I'm going to put my 1st finger down too. Let your 1st finger help your vibrato a little bit. And remember, if you're not hearing it, remember it's this motion of going back and forth. And relaxed. And G is my 4th finger, so I'm going to put down all 4 of my fingers. And of course, this isn't always practical because sometimes you need to be playing something with your 4th finger vibrato and have other fingers happening at the same time. But if you can, it's better. second and first supporting it. And then pinky. Can you hear that? There's traffic. I don't know how much these mics pick up. If you hear like sirens and traffic outside. I am in New York. And I go backwards, so keep these fingers down. So I've got all 3 fingers here, and I'm doing this back and forth motion. What do you think? Does that make sense? Helpful? So we're just doing vibrato slowly and remembering to always, if you can, use your other finger. So if you're using just one finger, not much you can do. And let's see, so the first exercise I did was this back and forth up to the 12th, up to the 7th, up to the 5th, up to the 4th, up to the 3rd, and then staying inside. And then I did this scale where if you do the scale, I did just a C scale 1 octave. You could definitely do, Robbie mentioned the index finger up and down. It's different because your index finger kind of falls differently on the string, so it is a little bit different. It's not as back and forth as your ring finger lands right down in the middle, and then the index finger kind of is on the side. Texas has lower taxes. Yeah, that's true. New York does have really high taxes. I'm not opposed to taxes, though. So 1 octave, and you can even do 2 octaves or more with this, but yeah, so 1 octave and keeping each finger down, the ones below it, to kind of help the vibrato sound a little bit better. Nice. I cannot find your live video where you practice Scott Tennant's left hand exercises and other vertical exercises as well. Did you delete it? Oh, Insidia. I may have deleted it. So what I do is with these live streams is after I do one, I don't delete it. It's unlisted. I think it's unlisted on my channel. Just so that I don't have like 1.5 million live streams up. So it's kind of in the habit of just once I do one, I delete an old one, or not, I unlist an old one. So that way I can do that topic again later, or just that there's not a ton of live, there's not like 1 million live streams up all the time. So if you want that one, I can send it to you. I'll send it to you because I think it's still up. It's just unlisted so that it's not like I think that these live streams get a little better. Like the quality gets a little better each time. Like I used to have sound issues and things like that. So I want people to see my most recent live streams, not the old ones, the really old ones. So I can send you that one though. I think it's still up on YouTube. It's just unlisted. So we can do that, and I can also do another left hand class too. Greetings from Brazil. I do a vertical vibrato with my finger instead of the horizontal one. So like this. Yeah, that could work. All right. Is this the Stairway to Heaven solo? Oh, Insidia is interested in the book list. Oh, okay. I can put the book list back up, or I can send you that video. I'll do that. that was good and helpful. I should just put that in all of my streams so that you can see them. But yeah, so we're doing these scales with the helping fingers. So now I was just going to talk about some pieces that you might want to learn for vibrato practice. And yeah, here, Insidia, let me find those really quick. I bet I could do that really quick. Because now I'm at my computer. Let's see, that was live stream. That was finger independence, that's right. Oh yeah, I do have this whole list of books. That's awesome. Okay. You know what? I will send you this list right now. Paste. So this is one of the good things about, I'm just at my computer now. Here's half of it. Paste. Mastering guitar technique. Here. I think that's everything. Yeah. Those are the books. Those are the books I like for technique. Yeah, and then here I'll link you that video again too if you wanna watch that video. Here we go. Cool. Well, I appreciate you coming to the live streams and watching it. So hopefully that's helpful. So I just put in the chat just the links to the books that I was having. You know what? I should just put those in my live streams. And then there's a link to the left hand independence live stream, so we can do that too. Cool. So for vibrato, the next thing I was going to talk about was pieces that have good practice for vibrato. I think that the one that we can all think of. Yeah, no problem, Insidia. That's good. I'm glad that's helpful. That's why I put it there, to help everybody. So, but the one piece I think we all can think of when we think of vibrato is the yeah, it's been so long since I played this. So that one is really good. Later it gets into the bars, but in the beginning you've got these. You're playing this note for so long. So that's a good one for vibrato. The ones that, like, anything that's just a single note that you don't have to worry about the notes around it for now. If you do, let me see, which books did I put up here? Pumping Nylon. If you do something like, I just did that Testament de Emilia. That one I think is good for vibrato. That's a good one. That's for vibrato. So maybe something like that. Like anything that has like a melody. I would say the first one you should practice vibrato on is Romanza, because that one is the easiest with a clear vibrato, or to get a clear vibrato. Let me see if I can find, I can't find the link for that, but you can search it. It's really easy to find. I have a video on it. That piece, that one. So that one, and Testament de Emilia, which I just did a live lesson on, and I want to record soon, but there's lots of that one you have to hold some chords down, but you can still get the vibrato. So I'm not in the right tuning for it, but yeah. So there's lots of resources if you want to get better at your vibrato. But mostly like a lot of the things I say on here is like listening to yourself and listening to yourself and able to like know what needs to be better. Like you need to listen for your own vibrato and then decide if it needs to be fixed and then start fixing it. I think a lot of times like we can physically do the vibrato, we just kind of like, or I don't know, maybe not everybody, but for me, I feel like I could physically play a vibrato, but sometimes I just forget to because there's so many other things going on. So I think a lot of the times it's like finding notes in your music that would sound really good with vibrato. Like, I mean, if you have a note that's held for a really long time, that's probably a note that we want to give some vibrato to. I mean, obviously fast notes you can't. So yeah, that's our vibrato lesson. We had the basics, and once you get the hang of that basics, practice it with your scales, and then find some pieces that are really melodic like that just really like you can milk the vibrato on. And then, like I said, things like Testament d'Amelia are good because you have to hold the chord while you're playing it too. So that would be interesting. And yeah, I will play electric guitar when I reach 6K subs. I don't know where the electric guitar is right now. I thought that was in this room, but it's actually fixed now. That's the new thing. Phil got it fixed, so it was having some wiring issues, so I wasn't able to plug it in. But it's fixed. I've got a new amp. It's all ready to go. So once I get 6K subs, I'm practicing some picking and some shredding. It'll be a good time. But thank you everybody for coming. We'll do the same time next week. I said I didn't do it last week because I got a new computer and it was a little difficult to figure out the Streamlabs and all the streaming on the new computer, but I've got it now, obviously. I'm here with it, and this is kind of like a new setup, a little bit different view of my room. So yeah, I think this will be good. We'll do the same time next week, and I had some suggestions. Ken, who's a member, suggested what did he suggest? Trills and ornaments, which maybe we'll do next time if I can find some good exercises for that. That would be really fun. But otherwise, hope you guys are doing well, and I'll see you guys next week. Thank you.